My name is Steve Finch, and I'm proud to be an American. But I'm pissed as hell, and I'm not going to take it anymore. Today, I'm fighting back. Today, I'm starting the American Revolution Party, and I'm using the internet as our weapon. Our country was founded on certain principles that our government no longer seems to care about. This is what our founding fathers said in the Declaration of Independence. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights, and among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That whenever any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or abolish it and to institute new government. Our government is no longer there to protect our rights of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. In fact, they're preventing us from having it. It's time for us as Americans to make a change. I'm Steve Finch. I'm proud to be an American. I'm pissed as hell, and we're not going to take it anymore. I grew up in an America where we were proud to be American. We didn't apologize for it. We said the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag. We sang the Star-Spangled Banner. Memorial Day was more than a day off. We weren't afraid to call ourselves a Christian. There was no political correctness. There was only truth. And English was our national language. I grew up in an America that was the richest, strongest, and smartest country in the world. I grew up in an America where we had real leaders with real vision. Leaders that didn't have to look to the latest polls to know what's right. Leaders that faced our country's problems and were committed to lead our country to a new frontier, no matter how difficult the task. I remember President Kennedy standing up and saying that America would go to the moon before his term was over, and we did it. I remember President Reagan standing outside the Berlin Wall during the Cold War saying, "Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall." And the wall fell, along with the USSR. Real leaders are committed to their task and will not accept anything short of success. The problem is that our system's broken. There are too many lobbyists, special interests, earmarked money, and we have no term limits, so our politicians build kingdoms that serve themselves rather than our country. It's gotten so bad that Americans feel we can't change anything. We're so disgusted with our political system we don't even vote anymore. Why? Because there's no real choice. This is bullshit. Americans deserve more. I'm an American. I'm pissed as hell. There is a choice. There are answers to the problems we face as a country, and we're tired of being lied to. If you're not a politician in Washington, not hard to figure out what America needs to do in order to return to be the innovative and powerful country we used to be. We need to start by securing our borders. Our founding fathers understood the concept of assimilation. We can only absorb a limited amount of new citizens, and they must be made up of a varied mix of ethnic backgrounds. Even though they knew we needed to grow as a country, they also knew that we couldn't grow faster than our culture could assimilate. If we let too many people in our country, especially if they're all from the same area of the world, it will change our culture and our principles that our country was founded on. And it's happening right now. Clearly, we have a problem in this area. Our borders are non-existent in many places. Our politicians have done nothing, even though we as Americans understand the cost to us as taxpayers, as well as our basic American principles. We spend billions of dollars nationally to feed, house, give medical care, and even welfare to people who aren't in our country legally. There's not a single real American that believes that's a good idea. Our politicians tell us that it's a complicated problem, takes time to handle. Bullshit. The answer is simple. Invest money in a fence all along the border, then patrol it to make sure that it's not breached or crossed. Then crack down on employers using illegal aliens. Give our law enforcement agencies nationwide the power to hunt down and remove all illegal aliens. It will save our country billions, hundreds of billions of dollars a year. that we as Americans are paying for, as well as make our country more secure against terrorism. The second issue that's just as obvious to all Americans is that our country needs to make the development of alternative energies its top priority. In 1976, over 35 years ago, President Carter declared the energy crisis as the moral equivalent of war. Today, the energy crisis is no longer the moral equivalent of war, it's the reason for war. We're involved in the problems in the Middle East for oil. You know that, and I know that. Now our leadership's taking us into a third war in Libya. Really? Well, the fact is that we currently need to be there. We're so dependent on oil that we have to wage war, spend trillions of dollars, and lose thousands of American lives because our leaders have not made a commitment to the energy independence of the United States.